Welcome back, everyone, to another members live stream. Let's do a quick check of who's here. What is that? Hysan? What?
Heidi ho.
Heisann. Get Heidi Ho out of that. Nicholas, yeah. Anyway, yeah, okay, I see you wrote Heidi Ho. Yeah, Lurch is here in the Discord with me. Let's see. Well, you want to say hi?
Heidi ho.
There he is. Okay, so yeah, we're not quite on the same page. I looked ahead because that thing caught my whatever it is. Anyway, I'll get to that in a second. Ken Beard is here. So yeah, Lurch is here. Ken Beard is here. Lobo was here. Brenton Doherty was here. Nicholas is here, putting out his 41-month standard Norwegian greeting. Hysan. Never heard that, but then I'm not Norwegian, so that figures. Bamf and Jaffo are here. Nicholas, next time we get together in the voice chat, you're going to have to sound that out for me, so I know what you're saying. Okay, or just what it sounds like. Maybe I can emulate it someday. But anyway, Triple XN, Nicholas, Triple XN, flatbedder for 41 months. That's a long time. I had car payments go less time than that. Or whatever, car loans, not payments, car loans. Okay. I'm literally working on my first coffee here, so I'll skip the jokes. So let's do some quick shout outs. This is going to be a long stream today. This is a long drive. 2,800 miles across the country. Not even all the way across the country, but it's pretty far. Isabella Hagloff, Rob Strecker, aka Lurch, Bill Welburn, Bedrock. I'm just going to do names and not the achievements. Nicholas Triple XN, Susan Arthur, Captain Minnesota, Omega Trucking. Two different names, Captain Minnesota and Omega Trucking. Trucker Kitty, Norwegian Trucker Nicholas, Big Al 2424, Chasmified, Johnny Hansen, Lobo 1G, Pugwash, Phantom 6767, Wim 55, Trucker King 2010, and David Long, aka Shorty. Space Cadet Shorty and Wonky Donkey Driver. Or we should call him that. Space Cadet Shorty, the Wonky Donk Driver. Drive is here, stuffing his face with pizza and chips. I saw a news article. I was just scrolling through my news feed, and I saw a photo of pizza, pepperoni pizza slices associated with the article. I have no idea what the article is about, but I saw the pizzas, and I'm like, oh god, that looks good. So I'm obviously jealous.
No pizza for you.
No pizza for me. At least not right now. Okay, I don't even have any in the house. I was waiting for them to go on sale. Moving on. Let's move on down the road, shall we? Let's take a look at the map. We're in San Diego, down by the border crossing. I have actually been here several times, either delivering or picking up. I don't know if I ever picked up here, but I definitely delivered stuff here. I was then going to go across the border. Not by me. And then we're going to trek all the, well, kind of crisscross at an angle even, all the way up here to Albany, New York. You may notice I've got some broken roads here. I'm missing a map mod. I haven't figured out which one it is.
Or you've got them out of sequence. That could be too.
Okay. But okay, I'll have to take a look at that. I was playing with it last night, trying to sort it out. But when I took out a mod that I thought may have been causing a conflict, I lost my load. I had to put that mod back in and reload an old save. Autosave. Wiz is here. So we are doing, I have the coast to coast mod in. Any article with the pizza on the screen is a good article. Okay, we'll just go with that. Let's see. I have, not only do I have coast to coast, but I have other things. It's all listed in the description below. I've got ATS expansion, the East meets Mid-North or some such.
Yeah.
Plus some road connectors. And I've even...
Doherty says, did you put EMMN above coast to coast?
Yeah. Yeah, they're all above coast to coast. But you can look in the description below. That how I have them in the description is how they are in my load order. So, I've also got all 9 of the more American cities, I think it is. So I've got a lot of extra cities, places in here. So, all right. Gonna get started because we got a lot of ground to cover. And hold on a sec. I turned off the stream elements bar at the top of the screen. Since stream elements is not going to be a factor during the member stream. One thing, I have to reselect my losing time here. I've got almost 8 hours, so I guess I need to find something out about 6.5 hours.
Nicholas says now you only need Reforma.
Yeah. I may do that. Come on. Still too far. I'm gonna have to stop in Phoenix. That's 7, so let's go back here. It's on, oh, there's one on the correct side. Okay. 6 hours out, so I'm losing time right now by dilly-dallying. ATS expansion below coast to coast. My understanding is it has to go above coast to coast. Okay. Anyway, yeah, isn't Reforma like Mexico and stuff? I do have a bunch of stuff in Canada, but I'm not planning to use any of this. Yeah, cover that some other time. I am driving my Peterbilt 579 today, because it is the truck of the week. We're hauling 33,000 pounds of cheese.
That's just cheesy.
Yeah. No can go straight. Huh. Usually they put blockers up for something like that. But okay. So this part of San Diego, it's not actually San Diego. It's can't think of the name. It's a lot of warehouses and freight forwarders and stuff like that. A couple of truck stops. That one over there, that pilot, I spent a few times there, or have been there a few times. Probably even spent the night there once. Oh, these California speed limits. Gotta slow down. I'd like to get a bunch of hardcore points for this. I don't want any speeding. I don't want to get a message at the end of the 2,800 miles that says, no hardcore points for you. How many of you have made a run this long or longer than 2,800 miles? I know some of you have. I know you have, Lurch.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Well, you did Alaska down to Texas, I think. No hardcore points for you on that one, as I recall. I looked at that job report and I about stalled myself. What? So we're going to take Interstate 8 across or east out of San Diego to Arizona. And then we're going to head north up through Phoenix and Flagstaff.
Wiz said Yuma, Arizona, to be exact. Wiz Nation says Yuma, Arizona, to be exact.
I know, but what? I don't understand what he's talking about. We're going through Yuma. We're not stopping there. But that is where we cross into Arizona at, if that's what you mean.
Says that is the way you are going.
Right. That is the way we are going to go. Or we are going. So, let me see.
Willie is here.
Hey, Willie, you made it. Well, somewhere up along here, off to the right, I haven't seen it yet, is the border wall, or a section of it. I remember the first time I saw that. For real. I mean, along here.
It says now you're making me want to set up my gear. I'm getting the edge again.
Well, yeah. Get to driving. What are you in third place now? Jordy and Susan are in a battle for first. Plus, Shorty's in first on Euro Truck. He's actually trying to do his both games, top driver in both games in a single month again. And in case anybody's wondering, because you haven't been here before, this is how this area looks. Oh, I didn't know the speed limit dropped to 35. Jeez.
Drive says, this isn't about time you took a sip of coffee, driver? Maybe show off one of those fancy mugs?
I just did. I didn't say anything about it. Oh, I'll take that hint. Oh my goodness, I am so speeding. I gotta get through this mountain pass first. I think I know the base game goes through here, but this feels more accurate than the base game. Because it is like that going through here. It's a steep climb the other direction, and it's a bit of a steep decline this way. Oh, didn't remember until I got a mouthful of coffee that I wanted to promote the coffee mugs in the merch store. Link in the description below. Nightbot is not here to remind you that the merch store is open. El Centro. How did I turn that off? It's been a different profile. Hang on a second, folks. I gotta turn that off. That's distracting me. Company messages disabled. Oh, could be I turned that off before I had to reload an old save. Ah.
Willie says, you driving from where to where?
San Diego to Albany, New York. I was surprised to get a trailer with 3 axles. It doesn't seem normal out of California. And it's not that heavy. The dual axle setup could easily handle another 10,000 pounds. Welcome to Yuma. Welcome to Arizona as we cross the river. So now we're in Yuma. Now we can pick up the speed. Oh, I must have my speed limiter on. I mean, it's just, that's fine. That 65 is the speed limit. Now it's 75. Remember the terrain here and what we've gone through already, and compare that as we get further and further east and north. Now the scenery and terrain in a lot of the areas coast to coast are not that good, but they still tend to reflect what the area looks like somewhat. Doesn't that sky look realistic?
I was muted.
Thought you were taking an inordinate amount of time to read that.
As realistic as the man in the corner of the screen.
Well, I'm real.
Are you though?
Pretty sure. And getting realer by the minute as I drink more coffee.
AT mugs now available in the store.
Yep, link in the description below. Are you muted
Must
again?
be real, Lurch. He's in color.
Yeah, it's on your TV screen, so it must be true. Can't tell if those are hotels or apartments. Seems like a strange place for hotels. Wonder if where we cross back there from the light colored road to the dark asphalt of this, is that a different part of a map mod? Like here, we're crossing back to the, looks like concrete, or it's just really light colored asphalt. Thought he was going to be gone by now. In case you were wondering, because I got all a bunch of mods listed down below for engines. I am running a Zeemods engine. I forget which one. I think it's a 3406B. 610 horsepower. And I think a 13-speed Eaton transmission.
Doherty says there's a map mod for ATS project Better Arizona.
I've heard of it. All right, here's our stop. Yeah, 13-speed transmission. I had to look at that for a second. Look at the map real quick. So when we get done here, we'll be able to run about 11 hours. 9.5. We get here. Yeah, what is Tucumcari? Yeah, let's plan on stopping at one of these truck stops here. A little over 11 hours. We have how much? We have 40, almost 42 hours total trip time. And we've got 117 hours remaining. I'm trying to figure out whether or not I should advance time so that we start at dawn. But I don't want to risk being late. So I'm just gonna. So 5:45. We'll just go from here. So we'll be driving in the dark for a while. Such as it is.
Be on the lookout for the crew.
Yep. Hopefully we got enough lights here. Oh, I didn't see any responses back to my question about have you taken a trip in American Truck Simulator over 2,800 miles. I know some of you have. As far as map mods go, I'm not so concerned about the scenery, so I guess that's maybe why I didn't go with Better Arizona or something. Mostly I'm after more cities and roads that reflect reality. So that's why I went with more American cities. Because this is probably the profile that I'm going to use for my upcoming project where I recreate my real life trucking adventure in American Truck Simulator. So there's a lot of places that I went to in reality that don't exist in the base game. And don't exist in Coast to Coast either.
Just looked at Trucky. According to that, my longest job in ATS was 5,160.
That had to be Alaska to Texas.
Nicholas says, shouldn't you use a new separate profile for that?
I was thinking about it, and it makes a lot of sense to me. Don't forget, this is in the merch store too. This is great. This keeps coffee hot and cool drinks cool. Everyone who's got one has said they really like it, including me. I really would like to start a new profile to do it, but I'd have to I'd still have to use like Profile Jumpstart because I need to get all the stats up. I can't be limited in length of loads. My first run is going to go from Salt Lake City to Chicago area. So I don't know. I haven't finalized it. I mean, this is my coast to coast profile. And so I've got all these extra map mods in here and I'm testing it. And you know, right now I am missing something. I got some gaps in the roads as you've seen. So I need to sort that out. But I want to have the maximum number of cities and roads so I can emulate my real life trucking adventure as close as possible. There's still going to be, no matter what, there's still going to be places that I'm not going to be able to get to, especially in the Northeast. Why am I still doing 55? But when I discovered more American cities, you know, I realized that there's a lot more cities that got added into the existing game that are critical to my plan.
Said you don't need to use the Jumpstart mod. You can use a separate program to edit your level to any specific amount.
Okay, maybe you could help with that, but because I would like to start with a clean map, so that way I can track my progress on a clean map. Clean meaning no discovered areas yet.
And Wim says, hey, all BTT truckers.
Hey, Wim. Right lane ends, right after I get over here. Yep, that's hot. Hot coffee. Well, it's getting light already, so that's not too bad.
Adam is here, but wasn't available. Won't be available today or tomorrow.
You look available now. Well, welcome to the stream, Adam.
Tonight.
Well, there's no stream tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, we have a convoy in the Discord tomorrow, as per usual. And I believe we're doing American Truck Simulator. Perhaps Drive could chime in and clarify that. confirm that, confirm or deny. And tonight I'm doing a Euro truck run. Thinking about doing a long run in Euro truck as well.
Drive says $1 million highway in ATS tomorrow.
Right.
You sounded so enthused.
No, I just remembered because I read that and I had completely forgotten.
Just the tone of voice was like, oh, right.
What's going on here? I'm not even doing the speed limit.
It says, where are you delivering to?
Albany, New York. Jeez.
Yeah, it's watching from my phone and cannot see.
What's that?
Adam says, watching from my phone and cannot see.
Oh. Well, I looked up there and it actually just says Albany, so you might not know that it's in New York State. Since there are other, well, I don't know that there's any Albany, any Albany's anywhere in the base game. Winslow. First time I've been to Winslow in this profile.
Super chat from Nick, member for 40 months.
40 months of reefer hauler. Nice. It's a long time, Nick.
Yeah, your videos just keep getting better and better, Boomer.
Well, thank you, Nick. And thank you for your 40 months of support. You know what? I didn't do any shout outs when I was at that rest area. I could have done some. Let the clock tick a little bit more. Well, I'll try to do it at the next one. Savor the crunch. Are those real KFC billboards? I've never seen those before.
It says, just been checking my logbook, and I fall about 400 miles short of 2,800 miles for a run in ATS. That needs to change.
So, where was that to and from? I assume it's from either the far west or the far east somewhere. Like maybe Bellingham to Houston or some such. Because that's still pretty far. Port Angeles to Beaumont.
Knew you'd ask that. Bear with me, he says.
You didn't know there was going to be a quiz.
It says, which state is Albany in?
New York. It's the capital of New York State.
Olympia to Shreveport, 2,400 miles.
Okay. I don't know why I didn't include Louisiana in that, but yeah. That is a long run. Susan!
Morning, she says.
Looks like Susan hasn't had her coffee yet either.
Nick says, so this profile has the coast-to-coast map in it?
It does. This is my coast-to-coast profile. I created this profile like 3 years ago. We used to do a few coast-to-coast runs. Lurch was in on a few of those convoys. Of course we are. Well, I don't think I've had to pull into one yet, so.
And Nick says, I never tried that map before.
687 miles, and this is the first time I've had to go into a scale, so that's pretty good.
Susan asks, what do you mean by that, Boomer?
By what? What do I mean by what? Thor's here.
A few more hours and we are at our normal time difference of 6 hours.
6. 9. We are 9 hours apart normally. Oh, because of how you spelled morning. You fat-fingered it. And instead of the M, you got a less than symbol. So I sometimes have trouble typing properly whenever I haven't had enough coffee yet. Thank you for your cooperation. Have a safe journey. I guess my truck is in good shape. It should be only 23,000 miles on it.
She said, "Oh, sorry." And Nick says, "British summertime begins."
I'm just messing with you, Susan. Yeah, isn't that tonight? Oh yeah, just a few more hours, like Thor said. I remember now.
BST begins in 5 hours, says Drive. And then Nick says, "Yes, clocks go forward tonight."
I wish it were the last time ever.
Susan says it's because my keyboard is behind my wheel.
Yeah, mine too. That's why I recognize that. I have a real tough time typing a lot because my keyboard's behind my steering wheel.
Nicholas says, "I have a 3,116 mile run from Fairbanks to Beaumont."
Wow. That's not part of the challenge. What's up with that? I mean, that's a nice long run. I hope you get lots of hardcore points. In fact, I hope you're close to getting it done because we're almost to the end of the month. That would be nice. Do you guys realize we're in 9th place on TrucksBook now? Happened last night sometime.
Drive says, "When I type, I sometimes rest my chin on the wheel."
Oh, my keyboard's not that far away. Or are you suggesting that you steer with your chin while you're typing? As opposed to, like in real life, you steer with your leg or your knees while you're eating. But you're eating ice cream in your truck like Willie did last night. Or tried to.
Thor said, "Me too, Drive." Nicholas says, "Not now, but previously in my logbook. I have a 4,086
Oh.
and a 4244 run in different map mod 2.
Wow. I've seen that Thor has quite a few super long runs in Euro Truck this year.
Nick X, is this the only profile you use coast to coast?
Currently, yeah. I did have it in my main profile for a while. But I took it out when we upgraded to 158. And I didn't see any point to putting it back in there.
Drive adds, "It's one less thing for my body to do, more resources for thinking."
That close to the edge of ability, huh? I remember when I stop for the next rest break, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. Some of you have seen the sneak peek. Well, if you watched, I did a little sneak peek in a member stream before that I didn't make public. A little bit of the some stuff I'm working on for the new project. Now this map combo is part of that, as I said earlier. I need to get that nailed down. But I'm not going to start this until after Illinois comes out. So that's going to be after 159 comes out. And then it's going to be after all these map mods get updated. Now there is one map mod that did not get updated. One of the EMMN, I think. East meets mid north. One of those, yeah. One of the road connector mods didn't get updated. That's what I was fiddling with yesterday to see if I had overlooked it.
Nick says, I'm thinking of starting a new profile and adding some map mods.
I used to, I didn't do coast to coast for over 2 years. I did it I set up this profile 3 years ago, and then, the next time it broke, I didn't get back to it, and I'm like, nah, I just took all the coast to coast stuff out of my mod folder. And I wasn't gonna do it again. And then I think it was somebody was talking about it in Discord. I was thinking it was Trucker John, but it might have been someone else. Might have been Caliber. Anyway, somebody was talking about it. And I decided to give it another try. They said it had gotten better. So and by better, I mean from the scenery. Because I got, I was a little disappointed with just the cookie cutter thin graphics. I didn't care for that. Well, I put an updated one in. This was before 158 came out. I put an updated version in, and I took a run to the southeast, and I'm like, this looks pretty good. Now the northeast still is pretty thin, but the areas that I went to, there was more cities, and there was better terrain, scenery, and not just the terrain, but scenery overall.
I think that's due to the mod being taken over by somebody else.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, anyway, I put it in, tried it, and I thought, well, this is pretty good. And then I learned about ATS expansion and the more cities mods. And when I put in the more cities mods, and I saw all the extra cities that are present with those in the base game area, that's when I had the epiphany that I should use these map combos to do suddenly this project materialized in my head. I started playing with it. Anybody remember where I was playing this?
Does it have all the states that SCS is missing currently?
Yes. Well, you're going to see some of them on this trip. As soon as we cross, I think we're crossing out of into Illinois from Missouri. Pretty sure. And then you'll see the difference. We're gonna drive through Illinois today. Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. And we're gonna do that in coast to coast. Anyway, I just didn't realize how many different map mods are out there. I had heard of Reforma. That's, if I'm not mistaken, that's mostly Mexico, and I don't care about that because I don't plan on going there. Plus, I'd heard some bad things about it, speed limits and things. But I've heard of Better Arizona, and I didn't see any point to that. I may have to take a look at it, but it might conflict with More American Cities, Arizona.
Gads, did they create the state's sign for every state like SCS does for the official maps?
What? State sign? Not sure what you mean, Nick. I'm not even sure what you mean when you're referring to like SCS does.
Like welcome to Utah signs?
Oh, I don't know. Let's watch for it when we get to Illinois. Maybe. We'll see. See, Nicholas wrote something.
The more map mods you have, the higher the chance of problems and incompatibilities and game crashes. To which Nick said, that's what I'm worried about.
Yeah. Yep. I am aware of that. And so I've cautiously added these different map mods, a group at a time or one at a time, following as closely as I can the stacking order based on what the map maker or mod maker says. And most of them are pretty clear. Several of them have very clear instructions of where they go. Also, at the SCS forum, there's a list of map mod sequences. I need to go back and look at that again. That thing at the SCS forum doesn't get updated as often as, or not that often. So I've been referring to that as my master load order. Guide. My master load order guide.
Order, my master.
Now, when I originally set this up in my main profile, I also had ProMods Canada installed. I guess that doesn't really mean anything other than just impacted what some things did and did not do. A lot of this, I actually worked with Pugwash because he was doing some of this as well. And, well, he ran into a conflict. So we worked together on his load order and found the problem. And then in the process, I was creating my own by following the master list guide over on the SCS forum. What's that Nicholas said?
You paid for the premium version of more cities to get them all in one mod, so that all the different states are in one mod instead of 9. And
Yeah,
Nick says, when SCS releases new states, I'm excited to learn more about it, like what the nickname is, what the welcome signs look like.
I guess I was aware that you could get them because I think it talks about it on the Trucky mods page for more American cities. But I'm not. I've been spending money on Zeemods and other things. I didn't mind having 9 more mods in, and I just put them in the same order that the mod maker says. Even though I think it probably doesn't matter for those 9. Yeah, I've got like 60 mods now in this profile, which is a lot. Yeah, isn't this where we were going? It is. What happened to my pin?
As he just passed the pin.
Oh, maybe I did. Okay, it's a stop sign, not a stop forever sign. Okay, we got a Loves on the left, and we should have a Pilot Flying J on the right. I don't see a Pilot Flying J sign. So we'll go on to the one on the left so we can turn right coming out of here.
Nick says, I like Utah's welcome sign, like saying life elevated.
Yeah, that's literally what that sign looks like. So the SCS got that pretty accurate. Same thing with the Arizona sign when you're coming into Arizona. May as well get fuel while we're here. Got time. Still have 1,785 miles to go, but I think we got to take a look at a rerouting situation here.
Do some shoutouts.
Yep, do that too. But all those trucks nosed into their parking spots over there along that edge. That's crazy. Truckers don't do that most of the time. And certainly not when there's a parking area right behind them. Never back in when you can pull through. All right, let's take a look at the routing here. Oh, it's okay. It just goes through town and back out, but we're gonna go this way. Wait, that's crazy. All right. Well, I know which. See, this is a classic example of you don't have to always follow your GPS. Willie, pay attention. This is for you. And Wiz. Wrong way, Willie. Wrong way, Wiz. I need to get back on this freeway. I'm not going to go this way to go all the way around. I'm going to come out, turn right, and get right back onto the on ramp. Because I know that's what I need to do. Okay. So let me find something 11 hours out for the next stop. It's 11 and a half. Could go there. Actually, not a bad spot. All right, we'll plan on right there.
Nick laughs. Then says, so many gray roads not discovered on this profile.
Yeah, there's plus it's all this. Most of this is gray. I've been around. I mean, I remember doing a convoy with the crew where we went. I don't remember where we came from, but we went all the way out to Key West. That was cool. And just a couple weeks ago, I actually drove to Tampa. I don't know if that was on this profile or my main one. So, now this is not a thing that I would normally do. It would not take, and we can and probably will, would normally go this way on the south side of Oklahoma City and then cut up. But whatever, doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Nicholas says, Willie is currently at the same truck stop as you according to the TrucksBook map.
Is he? I didn't see him. Willie! Okay, I wanted to show you guys something else before I forget. In my trailer manager, I got a reefer trailer. Let's look at the look at it in the shop. So this is decked out with the company skin that I drove for at the beginning of my real life trucking adventure. So this is the trailer I will probably be using, whether in this profile or a new one that I may create. And this is actually a Thermo King, branded Thermo King reefer. And I've got a trailer number here on the corner. Now, that's part of a mod, not this skin, but this other skin that Drive found that adds some realism to the trailers. Like I've got a trailer number. That's not an authentic trailer number, unfortunately. I wish I could create my own trailer numbers. You're right. Anyway, so I don't remember the name of this mod, but it's got add some realism to this. And what I need to do is a side-by-side photo comparison of one of these reefer trailers with and without this mod applied. So you notice I don't have any skirting here because in the early days when I first started driving for that company, their trailers didn't have those. It wasn't until later that they started getting mandated to put those on to get into California. So that's the trailer. And
Nick says the trailer looks nice.
Thank you. And then let's see, I should have not it. That's it. So there's the truck, because I did drive when I first started on my as a company driver. They gave me a Freightliner. So, and it was white. Well, most of the time it was white when I started. Forgot it cleaned. Because, you know, white turn shows the dirt. What else is gonna, let me go back to the trailer manager and see, do I have the other one? Drive in? Yes. I've also got, they transitioned from Central Refrigerated to Schneider National. So I've got a mod in here for that as well. And that is a legitimate trailer number right there, because all of their dry van trailers started with TA. And 153, you know, the 1.5 series, that was relatively new during my time with them. And by the way, I didn't notice it on the other trailer, but I believe I have both of these trailers, and we did have these side panels then. I don't remember what you call those. What do you call those? Skirts. Side skirt, yeah. So this actually has the sliding tandem, so that's realistic. So I plan to, when I go to a shipper or receiver loading dock, I plan to slide those in just like I did in real life, whenever necessary. I didn't always have to do it. No, Nick, I don't think they will.
SCS will. Okay, you just answered that.
Wish they would, but I tend to doubt that they ever will. Currently, I'm using a mod for that. Okay, how are we doing on time here? 95 hours remaining. And after a 10-hour break, it's going to be 85 hours. I've got, I don't know why I pulled, no, driving time. Driving, that's what I need to look at. 31 hours. Yeah, I'm not going to advance the clock. I'm just going to go ahead and see. Yeah. Trucking through video. Nick. David H74. RD04 Dave. Douglas Williams. JC Drives. Thor Rasmussen. Matthew Roth. Pancake Man. Ken Beard. Grumpy Gruntpaw Gaming. It'll start getting light in about 3 hours. Road Trip Nerd, Ken Maselman, Hunter Toller.
Wait a bit.
Okay. It's amazing that this truck stop did not fill up while I was sleeping. Okay, this is where we do not follow the GPS. Except for now, I think. Now it's set right. Which means I probably need to go redrop that pin. Yep. Oh, there it is. Oh, okay. 11 hours. Perfect. So where was that? Rolla? Right after Springfield? we're off. We will be crossing into Texas soon. So that used to be the exit to go on that hidden road, but I think that is changed. Maybe not. Maybe it is still there. Every time I get out here like this in American Truck Simulator, and I get out on the open road at a time like this, it's not even dawn yet. Traffic is light. I think, God, I wish I was back out here doing this. Nick says, have you done a journey from the top of Norway all the way to Spain yet, Boomer? No, but I've been thinking about it. Thor has done a few of those. Haven't you, Thor? And back. He's gone from top of Norway down to Spain and then back. Would like to. But that takes a lot of hours. You know, Nick, I was just thinking that. Yeah, you can't get much further away from Norway than Faroe. That idea, Nick, or Nicholas. This might be a good time to point out I'm probably not going to stream next weekend. I need to take a little time off. I got some stuff to attend to, but I haven't solidified that yet. We'll see.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I know with ProMod's Maghreb now, that's not entirely accurate, since you can now go into Africa.
Right. I was just talking about base game though. Yeah. Well, if you wanted to go that route, you could say from somewhere in Maghreb to what is speed limit 60? Over in Amarillo. I missed the sign for Texas. Um, yeah, you could go from Morocco all the way up to northern Norway, and that would be pretty far. We talked about this a couple of streams or a couple of weekends ago, I think. Longest drives. Somebody did like 24,000 kilometers or something. From Korea to South Africa. Oh no.
Look at the map, see where it's going to have you go.
Yeah, I might be able to get right back on. No, I won't. Dang it. Let's just see. 1655 is our current number. 1677. Oh no, it wants me to try and come back this way.
It's going to keep you circling.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. So once again, you don't have to follow the GPS, but yeah, we're gonna go down here from Childress and head up. Or I could keep going and take Interstate 44. So what is this? 1750. 1758, but I'll make better time on the interstate. Although I gotta. No, there's nowhere to stop here until we get to which stuff. No, not even that. No matter what, we're stuck hitting some lights in Childress. Well, it's a good thing I haven't advanced the time. It's a train. I like trains. Speaking of trains, I saw that railway fan channel put up a video that I watched about them being limited to the number of live streams they can do at any one time. You see that?
Yeah, they're YouTube's going to be supposedly making some changes to the most concurrent live streams that a channel can have.
Yeah.
They've got dozens of streams going.
So it sounded like they may have to create new channels so that they can continue the number of streams but break it up over more channels. That was my take on it anyway. But it's been a while since I saw that. Right, I have got a sunlight problem over here. And it's blinding me. Need to find something dark that I could put over in that spot. It's sunlight reflecting off the my tabletop desktop. Just a small patch about the size of a 3x5 card. It's blinding me. Alright, I gotta deal with that. Hang on a second. This will help. Oh, now I'm blocking that. That helps some.
Before I got the Equinox and had the Impala, I had to have a piece of cardboard in the windshield that I could slide out to keep the sun from reflecting off the plastic in front of the instrument panel.
Well, the problem is that I've got my blinds up. For the most part, that's not an issue. Woo, that's not an issue because I've got a curtain on this side of the blinds. But there's a gap. Just enough of a gap for the sun to hit the desktop and shine into my face. So later on, I'll have to remember to close the blinds. Coming up on a scale. What are the chances? Hey,
Will it be an issue later on?
The next time I'm sitting at my desk during the daytime. So, yeah, it's getting to be summertime. It's going to be an issue all summer. Because the way I'm facing is southerly. So that's why I've got both the blinds and the curtain and a couple of shirts to block the sun because it's so intense. But I had the blinds open because up until about a week and a half ago, I had the window open. Now I've got the window closed because I have to run the air conditioner. And forgot to put the blinds down.
Thor says, I saw a couple who had bought a house where a model railway had been built that filled the entire attic. The house was about 200 square meters.
In the attic. Most of the time those setups get put in the basements. How cool is that? I love model railroads. Volunteered for a while at the Twin Cities Model Railroad Museum. And they have a big layout that represents the Twin Cities area. And that was cool. I got to operate the trains and help with various things. I really enjoyed that. Yeah, once upon a time, about 15 years ago now, more than 15 years ago, I created a website devoted to model railroading, and I was going to do I had all kinds of plans for what I was going to do with that, but then reality kind of set in, and that's when I got into trucking. That killed that. But I always liked trains. I like watching trains. I love model railroading, and man, has that gotten expensive. Ooh wee. I mean, it's never been cheap, but holy buckets, has gotten expensive. Yeah, a lot of guys who are into that, when they retire, they finally have the time and sometimes have the money to indulge in that, and that's when they build big setups like what you were describing, Thor.
Yeah, there's one in Hamburg in a warehouse on the docks. It should be the biggest in Europe.
Whoops. Somehow I managed to turn off my cruise control, and I was slowly slowing down. And with the reduced rolling resistance, it was almost not even noticeable. Cows. I never noticed those cows before. What I have noticed about cows before, though, in real life, is cows are the types of animals that will stand in a water source, drinking the water while peeing out the back end, or even pooping out the back end. They have no self-awareness. Ooh, we got a loop-de-loop to do here. By the way, has anybody noticed that my subscriber count is now over 9,100? beginning to. I mean, it's a slow climb because I really not been producing videos at the rate that I used to. Plus, YouTube's getting a little bit harder over the last year or so. View counts are way down. Anyway, but I'm thinking about I got to do something for the 10,000 subscriber level, or I should have some thoughts. Like I never did one when I hit 1 million views on my channel, and there were some thoughts about what I should do for that. Or no, it wasn't 1 million views. It was when I hit 1,000 videos. Am I in the right lane here? Keep moving. Yeah, when the number of videos on my channel exceeded 1,000. And by the way, now it's over 1,100. Probably even more than that. Probably 1,200 now. Haven't looked in a while. But I was reminded of this because somebody else, one of the other channels that I watch, he had a 10,000 subscriber milestone video or live stream. So I've been thinking about what should I do. And by the way, spread the word. Help build the subscriber count. Tell your friends. It should hit 10,000 in a few months.
Nick said, I still feel disappointed there will be no Cruising Illinois event. I thought they could have done that one, then a gap, as the next one would probably have been the Halloween event.
Yeah, I agree with that, Nick, completely. However, I think that SCS would have if they could have. I think something outside their control happened. Either a key person, well, probably a key person left the company, is my guess. Whether they quit, got fired, or died. I think something like that happened. Or some other technological thing associated with adjusting for consoles affected them. So, but I thought the same thing, Nick. Like, why didn't you wait until after Cruising Illinois to do this? Because we're not going to have another DLC until late this year. We're going to get Iceland, I believe. Now we have another event, or would have another event, I think, coming up. Aside from Illinois. We need to stay in the left 2 lanes, is that right?
Thor says, do a 10,000 mile live stream.
That's an idea.
Drive says, why don't we have our own Cruising Illinois event in the Discord?
We should. I don't know how we would do that. Thanks for volunteering to come up with that plan.
Trying to make sense of one of Thor's comments here. Ain't that what they doing in the space station, drinking their own pee?
Oh, I was talking about the cows.
Oh.
Yes, the difference is that in the space station, they process it to extract just the water, to recycle just the water. The cows are just peeing in the pond and then drinking out of the pond.
Nicholas said cowstronauts.
Okay, here's where we merge. Oops. Back into, I guess we're going to stay on 44 and go around the north side of Oklahoma City.
It says they've got cows in space now. When did that happen?
We've had pigs in space since the 70s. Pigs in space. Remember that? The Muppet Show.
Drive says, I do remember that. From the Muppets store. And Nicholas says, we got goat milk and almond milk. Now we got space milk.
Don't forget soy milk. Almond milk. One of those shows, I don't watch these shows, but I saw a snippet from it that just really clarified it for me, where the character from the show talking disdainfully about almond milk, going, what do they have, little udders on the almonds that they milk? Yeah, it seems like.
Yeah, that's what Drive is wondering. How do you get milk from almonds? How do you milk
or
an
soy?
almond?
Yeah, or soy. How do you get milk from soy? Well, it's not really milk, apparently. Yeah, that's just silly. It's for the vegans, I guess. They don't want to have animal protein. Well, I say, the heck with that nonsense. Either drink milk from cows. Yeah, either drink milk from cows or don't drink milk at all. Pick one. I'm so glad I did not grow up in the 21st century.
Those poor defenseless vegetables.
Yeah.
You've heard the real meaning of what PETA is, right? People eating
tasty animals. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my version of PETA.
Or says the Muppet Show is one show I had to see every week.
Me too. I don't know if it was the 70s or early 80s, but it's that time frame. Anyway, back to the 10,000 subscriber thing. So something that's somebody suggested back when I was looking for ideas to celebrate the 1,000 uploads or videos achievement of my channel. And one of the things there was a 10-hour live stream. And I pretty much immediately poo-pooed that idea, because this live stream is going to be 3 hours and it's going to kick my butt. And I've done longer. I've done 5 hour. I did over 5 hour live stream once for Montana. We did a Montana series of convoys or something. But now I'm rethinking that. What if I did? What if I did do a 10-hour live stream? What if I did 2 of them? One in American Truck Simulator and one in Euro Truck Simulator. Or what if I did a combined total 10 hours? I don't know. Or maybe I prorate it. Like I have more time in a lot more time in American Truck Simulator.
Or says, do you remember the show, The Thunderbirds?
Yeah. I didn't watch it, but I saw snippets of it. 35? I don't remember dropping to 35 before. I thought it just dropped to 45.
Nicholas says 20-hour live stream, or maybe a subathon.
So here's my thought. And of course, you know, I poo-pooed the idea, but, you know, people said, well, you could take breaks and, you know, schedule some breaks here and there. And like, yeah, I guess I could do that. I could set up some video segments to play while I'm taking a break. So here's what's percolating up in this brain now. What if I had super long live stream where I just stream the whole day? Maybe 10 hours, maybe more, maybe less. And I did it on the server. So we've occasionally had times where Discord members would get on, who are convoy certified, would get on the server and drive by. Not as a convoy, but just drive by so they'd show up on the live stream. Now that's what I'm thinking. I might do something like that. And that would give people an opportunity to come and go on the server as fits their schedule or best suits their schedule. But I think I would like to do something in both games. Maybe not on the same weekend, but...
Or says, yes, yes, yes. You're lucky Nightbot's not here, Thor, though. You said that in all caps 3 times.
We're less than 4 hours on the clock. We should be getting close. Let's see, is this Tulsa we're just leaving out of? I think it is. Exiting. Yeah.
Nicholas says, we other mods are not good at our jobs, apparently.
No, you don't have to get that, Nicholas. That would be a thing that Nightbot would get. If someone was, I mean, if somebody was abusing that. But Nightbot and YouTube do a pretty good job of catching things. At least language. You guys remember back when I used to have all the trouble with sex bots getting on here and posting messages to their sex bot channels or porn channels. That was so annoying.
Boomer got mods for his channel?
You can't hardly tell. Something. Now, people have been pretty good though for the most part, but you get every once in a while you get someone in here and they start either constantly repeating themselves. Pilot had to get on somebody about that recently. Or they delve into current events or politics. And we have to nip that in the bud. That has to be done manually, I think. So we still have 74 hours on this job. We got 22 hours of driving estimated, with at least 2 more sleep cycles, so that's another 20, so that's 40. Yeah.
Thor says, I saw the discovered Tulsa message.
Yeah, probably the first time I've been through here on this profile.
And I see on the Trucky overlay up there that there's still over an hour of real time yet to go on this, so I'm just going to bug out now since I've got somebody to pick up and take shopping.
Okay. You're not going to wait till, what is it, it's 2 o'clock-ish? Yeah, I guess that's only about 20 minutes more.
I will catch you guys tonight.
All right, we'll see you later.
Yep.
The heck? How did I hear that? Oh, I know why. I disabled streamer mode in Discord. Let's see how far we have left to go. Shouldn't be much further. Almost 2 hours to that pin. Oh, I just missed this exit, so kind of a moot point. Boy, we were just barely going to make it there. Dinner time, eh, Willie? Well, I hope you'll come back after dinner, because I'll probably still be driving. Well, for another hour. Wonder if I should pull in up here to hit a truck stop. Don't you slam into me, car. By the way, Willie, what's for dinner? You know what I haven't had in a while? Speaking of Willie, I haven't had ribs in a while. I don't know why that just popped into my head. We know Thor likes the idea of these look like new signs. Maybe. Of doing the multi-hour, maybe even 10-hour live stream on the server. I keep thinking about what are the chances that the game will crash during a long stream like that, or they get booted off the server a couple of times. It always sucks. Well, good, Drive. I may need someone to help herd cats in a different voice Discord channel. Not leaving, going to order out. Nice. Springfield discovered. Don't know yet. You don't know yet what? You don't know what you're going to order? Okay, we're down to around 50 minutes before the clock runs out of time. We should be coming up on our truck stop here shortly. There's one on the right. Did I miss the pin? Is it? Oh, it's right here. Oh, I don't want to go here. No, I want to go there. We got 20 minutes. 20 minutes until we hit that exit, so we can do that. We'll have to stop speeding, though. When is this stream happening? You could have special events or something fun happen every 2 hours or something, like, I don't know, giveaways. We got giveaways in the Discord now. Thanks to unnamed benefactor. Talking about after I hit 10,000 subs. Last time I looked, I was at 9,108. So we have almost 900 subs to go. So it would be later in the year sometime, I suppose. Hopefully. I got some things to work out before that. That's why I'm talking about not streaming next weekend. I really need to finish that memorial video for Pugwash. That's taking longer than I thought. Red light. I can do some shout outs. Yeah, big milestone for sure. Future Endeavored, Wiz Nation, John Whitesall, Trucker John, Tubby Jamboree, Muhammad Helmi, Jogan Ken Kurt, Jaffo 729, Large Caliber Gaming. And what I was thinking about was to open up the ability for folks who aren't even convoy certified yet. I don't need fuel, so I can just pull into the parking area. I have been to this truck stop in real life several times. Actually parked over there in that corner there and took some photos of trucks out there on the street. Someday I'll share those. If I didn't delete them. Wow, that is super bumpy. Lumpy. Super lumpy. Oh, I got a pull through over here I can take. Now, in reality, I wouldn't park in this spot. I'd park in the next one over. Some of you know why. I would not leave two spots open next to me because that's two times the chances of somebody smacking into me while they're parking. Let's look at the map and see where is the next 11-hour thing. That's certainly not it. Gonna be most of the way. Not it. About right here. Or Akron. If I were to drop this pin right here, in town there, that's 11.5. That might be cutting it a little too close. Yeah, so I could go here. That'll work. Oh, yeah, we can see what's left on the route in one screen view. So let me do some more shout outs here. Large Caliber Gaming again. Raphael La Liberté. F Fast 3. Megatron Decepticon. Banff 2020. Chris C. Ananda Samudra. Rachel Emma. Alexander Whitman. Wesley Tam 078. Jordan. James Williams. That's everybody. There's actually 5 people that fell off, 5 gifted subs that fell off, and they're still on the credits roll that'll show up at the end because I didn't get to that. So this event that I'm thinking of. About it while I'm driving. So just like we did with the 1-year anniversary for the VTC, which was a lot of fun, We opened it up to everyone in the VTC, whether they were convoy certified or not. And I'm thinking that it might do the same thing. For this event, I mean. So that might be something interesting. And maybe I would do a 10-hour live stream, not do something on Friday, but do the 10-hour live stream on Saturday, and then repeat it the next weekend in the other game. I don't know. Just a thought. What do we got up here? Something else? Just cones, that's it? Just cones. It's a random cone event. Maybe it was the cone heads did that random cone event. I can just imagine your past self hearing these plans and scream. Yeah, I hear it in my head. Conehead truckers. Oh my God, that could be a whole new channel. Conehead truckers. Oh, video of truckers who drive through construction zones. Blasting cones everywhere. I think I've told this story before, but one of the guys that I went to driving school with, and we both drove for Central Refrigerated, we got together later on. He didn't do it for very long, but later on we got together. I stopped and we had lunch in Little Rock, which is near where he lived at the time. And he told me, he goes, when I go through those construction zones and they got those big orange barrels, you know, they got one lane closed off or something, they got the barrels, you can't drive in that other lane. He says he used to wiggle his truck because, you know, when you're got your tandems up forward, you get a lot of trailer swing. He said I used to wiggle my truck to try and get the rear of my trailer to swing and hit one of those things. Oh my God. And of course, I don't think he ever did, or if he did, I don't remember, but yeah, I tried it a couple of times. I wasn't able to do it. Sounded hilarious though. If there's nobody in the construction zone you're going by, you know, you don't want to hurt anyone. And if you could hit one and just knock it in, It would just be hilarious. Unless there's a cop behind you. That would not be hilarious. Yep, we're speeding again. Yeah, it seemed like one of them goals, things on your to-do list. Bucket list, that's it. That would be a conehead trucker thing right there. What if there's an option or a mod that will make the CB radio only work if drivers are more than 5 or 10 miles between them? That'd be interesting, but I don't use the CB radio feature in the game. I don't care for it. Another scale. And we gotta go in. Now my vehicle's not in perfect technical state. Well, I must be getting some tire wear or something. Guess I need to look for a shop. Get things looked at. We are getting closer and closer to St. Louis. What behavior would Pugwash condone? Mac and traffic construction zone barrels. Knocking down construction barrels. St. Louis discovered. Get ready, Nick. We're going to be crossing into Illinois soon. So watch for the sign. If there is one. Oh, speed limit dropped again. And again. So if there's going to be a sign, we should see it as we get halfway across this bridge. Of course, it doesn't help that we're looking right into the sun here. I don't see one yet. So, this is coast to coast. It has gotten better over time. Come on, driver. Get your head out of your tail end there and get a move on. It's been going uphill a little bit. Losing some momentum. I'm in the wrong lane for that. And now we're going downhill a little bit. So now we're kind of getting into the cookie cutter tree terrain area. This really ought to be farmland. Okay, Tort. Thanks for hanging out. We'll see you later. Ooh, Effingham. Effingham is one of those cities that's going to be modeled in the Illinois DLC. And I'm glad, too, because I spent a fair amount of time in Effingham. You got truck stops and a truck wash and all kinds of things. I don't know if I ever got or delivered a load here, but I stopped here a lot. Oh. What is that? Looks like a bridge abutment. Suspended in the air. Maybe it's a sign pedestal. ADM. It's at the entrance to a depot over here. Ah. Map glitch. Ugh. Yeah, we should be seeing a lot of farmland here. So this is the downside to coast, the generic scenery. Now that looks interesting. A little village, something. Built up area. Now, one nice thing about coast to coast is there's a lot of areas that have 3 lanes. Looks like farmland there, so that's accurate. Yes. Hello. Man, you really got to watch traffic out here a lot more. Oh, that road, that exits. Terre Haute. That means we're in Indiana. I didn't see a sign. Well, Nick, I guess that's your answer. I thought I had seen some, though. But that's 2 states now we've crossed into with no welcome to sign. I'm down to 2 digits. What is that? Or 3 digits? Oh, the distance. 800 miles remaining. A lot of the freeways have 3 lanes for the stretches, but a lot of them also have only 2, like out west. But in some of the built-up areas, they do have 3. Now it wants me to get over again, and I guess I can for some period of time, but I'll have to watch for the arrows saying move back to the left. Oh, here we go. Again, more cones. Oh, this time we actually have a reason for cones. It wasn't just a bunch of cones put out for the sake of putting out cones. This looks like Indianapolis. You know, most of the time when I came to Indianapolis, I took the bypass around. Although most of the time I was also I think I was taking a different route or headed a different direction. Yeah, I would take that turn off there to the right. I'd take the bypass around to the south. Wow. Yeah, actually, I do remember it being like this. Sure would hate to get more than about 2/3 of the way to my destination and roll this truck. The good news is It's not a World of Trucks load, so I could get a tow and keep on going, but I'd get a lot of negative points. What is speed limit's 55 again? Jeez. But I wouldn't lose the load if I had to get a tow. But I could be late. Oh, these speed limits are killing me. If I wanted to drive this slow, I'd go back to California. Jeez, how long is this? Look at the map. We got 6 hours left. Oh, yeah. So we're headed to Columbus, and then we head north. We're actually going to stop in Columbus. I forgot to look and see if there was a repair trigger along the way. I don't know why the hills out here, the rolling hills out here feel more steep. This looks like farmland on both sides. Richmond. Must be Indiana. Richmond, Indiana. I'm not even familiar with that. Willie, did you figure out what you're going to order? Yikes. Hey, there's a sign. Welcome to Ohio. Well, we didn't have one for Illinois that I saw, or Indiana, but we have one for Ohio. So that's something. The next state we cross into will be New York. Oh, actually, we should cross into a little strip of Pennsylvania first. That won't be until tomorrow. Now this is different terrain altogether. This is really bland. This is the kind of stuff that I really don't care for in coast to coast. Look, it's a different shade of grass. Remember the old, really old Microsoft Flight Simulator scenery? When you get outside of an area that is defined? Like the Seattle, Washington area is really well defined. Way back, I mean, it has been since the beginning. But once you get out of that, if you're headed like to Oregon or something, it just turns into stuff like this. Of course, from altitude. Of course, I remember Flight Simulator when it had even less texture than this. Just flat, green, no texture. Wow, this terrain just drops off to the right. You made a sandwich instead. Okay. By the way, Willie, did you venture out? I don't remember what your last run was. Did you venture into the coast to coast area? Indianapolis is, or I'm sorry, Columbus is the state capital of Ohio. Indianapolis is also the state capital of Indiana. 50. Oh, here comes our exit for our rest stop. I see that car jumping in. Oh, yeah. I think we just crossed from one map mod to another. Brenton says he lives in Columbus, Ohio. Wow, so does Pilot Bro. Somewhere in that vicinity anyway. Let's see. No repair trigger here. Anything coming up? There is one up here in Cleveland. JJ Man is here. Also, Willie, did you ever get that confirmation email from Trucky Mods? I see an airplane spraying crops up ahead in the city. Well, I'm sure Brent Doherty can confirm for us that there are no mountains like those off to the left in the Columbus area. I'm not saying there's no hills. But those mountains over there, or hills, look like they're in Nevada or Arizona. And there is an airplane over there spraying something. Have a look at the map. Oh, AJ says I had dogs bark at me the other day when I was delivering. There are some dog sounds in the game. It might, I don't know if it's base game stuff or Sound Fixes pack that adds those. Spent a lot of time in Lima here too. Bren, how do you guys in Ohio pronounce that? Lima or Lima? I guess I'll just go ahead and how much time we got left? We got 51 hours left on the job. We got 10.5 hours of driving plus a 10-hour break. I think I'll advance the time to 9 p.m. Oh, you're a big help, Nicholas. There's that airplane way over yonder. What the heck is he spraying? Oh, there's a farm depot right there. So there's this little bit of farm right here next to the downtown area. That ain't like that. Oh. All right, it's 8 a.m. And oh, it's 10.5 hours of driving time. Theoretically, we can make this delivery. I'm just going to turn right out of here. I would like to uncover more of the gray road, but I'm going to turn right. Okay, there's the last of my coffee from my thermal mug. It's not hot, but it's warm. I forgot I-270 that loops around the city. Yeah, I have taken that loop so many times. Yeah, completely around. So that's weird. And maybe that's why I got some gaps here. Missing one of my map mods. Because look, we got 33 and 23 that don't quite make it all the way to the city. So, got some things to fix. JJ says still working on the driving academy, and I cannot conquer backing with doubles harder than it looks. Yeah. Follow the instructions that you get in the driving academy. It works. So now we're going to continue up to Cincinnati. You know what I forgot to do? I wanted to look up here and see. Do we cross? Yep, a little bit of Pennsylvania. This little corner. This is called Northeast, I think. Northwest. I think it's called. I think there's a town here called Northeast or something. What I don't understand is why are these car drivers, these AI cars, going slower than the speed limit? I'm not even doing the speed limit and I'm passing them. Ooh, somewhere up here is the turnoff to go to Grandpa's Cheese Barn. God, I love that place. I would make it a point to stop there every time I had a chance. I would stop and I would get all kinds of meats and cheeses. And sometimes I'd get maple syrup. All made by Amish farmers in the area. Sure, Lurch, come on in. Just don't startle me, okay? I heard that. Oh, it's just because I got my streamer mode turned off. Yeah, we just got 525 miles to go. Half hour. Unless I find that I have to stop and sleep one more time.
Map mod incompatibility?
Yeah, there was a jump. A hump. Just like there was a, well, that wasn't a map mod incompatibility, it was just a map mod issue. But the sign for a depot about 500 feet in the air.
Now, that is one of the dangers with map mods is things could be out of place. There could be invisible barriers or low bridges.
Or complete gaps where you're driving along and all of a sudden you fall through the earth. It's never happened to me, but I've heard other people do it.
Yep.
Was that,
JD
were you one of
Mans.
them?
Yes.
Okay, I thought so.
JJ Man says, I have a question. When I sign into the game, in the left top corner, I see a thing that pops up that says go live. Do I need to worry about that? Is that logging on to any servers?
Go live. Are you in Discord and are you in a voice channel? I think that's related to Discord. Oop, there was a bump.
He says, I am a member of the Discord and always logged in, but I think I stay in the VTC chat.
Yeah, I know you're in the Discord. I'm just wondering if you're in Discord when this happens. And in a voice channel.
Nicholas says, it's probably the go live on Discord message. I get it too whenever I open any game with Discord running in the background, whether I'm in a voice chat or not.
Okay. I must have that disabled.
Susan says, I get it too, but I never take any notice of it.
Well, there's your answer.
Cloverleaf time.
What's that?
I said cloverleaf time.
Oh, there's a toll here.
Bamf says, yes, I get that too, and I just ignore it.
Okay.
GG Man says, thanks, just checking.
Stuff like that is what makes this, our community, a great gaming community. Get all kinds of answers to all kinds of gaming related questions.
Willie said, talk about blacktop.
Yeah, it's pretty black. Like freshly laid blacktop. I can hardly see that car in front of us. I can see him better. Oh, I just looked at my fuel economy for the first time on this trip. Currently sitting at 9 miles per gallon. Should get 5 stars for that. So 5 stars for distance, 5 stars for fuel economy, 5 stars for damage, 5 stars for distance. Did I say distance already? And 5 stars for fines. What I won't have 5 stars for is mass. I should get 2.
GG Man says, I thought that was possibly a server that would allow me to be part of a convoy, which I have yet to do, but would like to, but wasn't exactly sure what it was.
You should join us in the Discord over the convoy tomorrow.
And Nicholas says, don't jinx yourself now.
Yeah, I know. JJ, man, get set up and get yourself on the server today. So you can be ready for it tomorrow. You'll have to go into the staff-hosted convoys channel and look at the server information. You also have to set your games to be able to find 128 player servers. There's a tutorial, a link to a tutorial video for either game in that channel. You'll have to organize your mods. We have some specific mods, like 4, I think, that you have to have. And then some other mods you should not have. Anyway, if you need help, just let us know. Get yourself set up on the server and then join us in the convoy tomorrow. Could be your first step towards joining us on a future live stream. You don't have to be in the VTC to do that.
He says, okay, I will definitely check into that.
Pennsylvania! That's the second sign. I didn't realize we were that close to Pennsylvania. But it won't be long and we should hopefully see a sign for New York.
Drive says to JJ, if you look at the convoy information in the Discord, there are links to useful stuff you need to know.
That's a fact, and I forgot about that. In the convoy notification channel. Is that what he said?
No.
No. Oh, convoy information, right. That's the actual channel with all the info. I was thinking that he was saying that in the convoy notification there's links to the relevant channels. So that is Lake Erie off to the left.
Drive said, yeah, that too.
Somewhere along here in real life there's a truck stop that I've stopped at a lot. A TA. Oh, welcome to New York, the Empire State. So we would have passed it. It was actually in Pennsylvania, that truck stop. And yeah, that was a really convenient location, not too terribly busy. Meaning you could find a place to park. Lots of parking to find. Oh, look how bland that is. Yeah, this is the coast to coast stuff that I don't appreciate. I don't remember ever having to pay a toll here. Oh yeah, that's right. I did. Using the Easy Pass.
JG Man says, okay, thanks for the help. I will look into this after the stream and hopefully be able to figure it out and get myself set up.
Well, if not, do a help request in the gamer chat area. We'll help you out. Somebody will. Make sure you've got a working microphone. I don't remember if you've ever been in a voice channel together. Just make sure you've got a working microphone with headset. Preferably headset. We are coming up on Buffalo, New York. That's the next town. And then roughly halfway between Buffalo and Rochester. That's there's a town there, Watertown, I think. That's where Trucker King lives. Man, I hate being stuck in this left lane, but I can't get over.
JG Man says, oh yes, I have a headset.
Perfect. Buffalo discovered. I actually had to drive downtown Buffalo once to make a delivery. It was the middle of the night, so when I missed my turn, oh, now it's back up to 70. I missed my turn, and my GPS was trying to reroute me through some convoluted route. So since it was the middle of the night and there was no traffic, I did a U-turn in downtown. That's no bueno, but what the heck. So when I get to that part of recreating my real-life trucking adventure, I don't plan on doing the U-turn.
JJ Man says, hey, do what you have to do. It's only illegal if you get caught.
That's right. That was exactly what I was thinking at the time. Although, that's exactly how you wind up on Bonehead Truckers.
You even trucker, bro?
Ooh, that burger looks really, really good. Oh, man. I could really go for one of those. I shouldn't be allowed to put those photos up like that. My goodness. Man, another $25.
Said that is also true. Willie says, what road is this? 85?
90. You know, that's just wrong. Now he's going by me again. Jeez. Oh. I don't remember paying this many tolls when I came through here.
Digiman says he's teasing you big time.
Yeah. Here's another one. Yeah, that doesn't exist in real life like that. This is not brown. Going broke driving through New York. Well, we are less than 10 minutes real time from the delivery. Yeah.
Welcome to New York, says Willie.
It seems to me that the toll to cross the GW bridge was like $75 for a truck. Of course, that was a few years ago. Could be more now. Preheat the oven.
Man is preheating the oven.
What do you got, pizza? I'm guessing this is Rochester? No, it's Syracuse.
He says, yep, pizza.
Did we already pass Rochester? We did. Okay. Yeah, I had to go to Rochester once, but I think it was before I was... I think I was still riding with a friend. Well, let's let that one slide this time. Since it's a members stream, we'll let that slide, Willie. Come on up here. Oh, that lane ended without warning. Look at that hill coming up. Now it does get rolling hill through a lot of this upstate New York area. It's real pretty though. A lot of dairy farms and things. Never really had to do this much downshifting though.
Willa said, okay, sorry.
Actually, I didn't think it was that bad. In fact, I thought it was completely appropriate for the context. But I guess we probably shouldn't have that in a normal live stream. Of course, I just remembered that this will be live, or not live, but available for replay to the general public a week from Monday. Oh well, too late now. But it is absolutely in context, or fitting for the context. That's how I feel at the moment. Oops, speed dropped to 55 again. Man.
Renton Doherty says your map not connecting could be compatibility with DNA.
Discover North America.
Oh.
I thought I had it in before and it was all working right. Maybe I should try taking it out, see what happens. I'm going to look at all of it. I'm going to look at that other comment. I think it was you that said earlier, or somebody. Put ATS expansion below coast to coast. So I'm going to double check. Make sure I don't have it in the wrong sequence. But I think Discover North America is supposed to work, and I've got a road connection mod too for that. Ooh. I see the destination.
The odds it might not work with EMMN.
Maybe that's it. Welcome to Albany.
Willie says I removed it.
Moved what? Oh, his message. Oh, okay. I was just kidding, Willie, but okay. So, for anyone who's been to Albany, you can probably figure out it doesn't look like this in real life. That's also the problem with coast to coast. It's just cookie cutter stuff. Will there be a stop sign here? Well, we appear to have plenty of time on the clock to make this delivery and to get back here and or wherever and park. Well, I'll do that off camera. We're gonna make this delivery. Oh, yeah, we're not gonna be able to do that. We're gonna have to do a blind side. Holy cow, this is a little tight. Surprised I didn't set off that car's alarm. Whew. So, how far was it? 2,928 miles. Holy moly. Lots of money, lots of points. Now the question is, how did I do on hardcore? I got 14.5% of the map discovered now. Oh, look, there's a shop. I'm headed there. How do you get in there?
$1,880 points and 4.4 stars.
Nice. You get 5 stars in everything except mass. Hopefully. I know I have delivered here before, at least in this setup. Maybe in a different city. That should help catch up to Bad May a little bit. Oh, I was going to do this off camera, wasn't I? Well, let's go see what kind of damage I got.
Everything but mass.
They get 2 stars there?
No. 2 stars, yep.
I'm happy with that. No race miles, no speeding penalties, no late fee, no lateness, whatever. I couldn't have expected that to go any better. I wonder, do you get to that shop by going through the garage? No. It's right here. So tire wear and engine wear. Okay. Interesting. I do have 610 horsepower motor in here. And it is the Cat 3406E, not B. I was going to change something. Transmission. I'm going to go with this other one. I don't like the how the RPMs are shaping up. Getting some rest. Yeah, I could use a little rest. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, get into this screen here. I don't go through any of my time. And have a look at how long have I been streaming. 3 hours and 40 minutes. That includes the countdown at the beginning. But I am going to end it here. Let me look at the other thing. I don't think there's anything in here to look at. Oh, we could use some more likes. We got 13 people in here and 9 likes is what I see. Do you not like this? Or is that what you removed, Willie? You removed your like? Ooh. Yeah, Banff, it is. That was a heck of a run. Ooh-wee. And I'm still coherent after it, so I'm doing better. Anyway, thanks for riding along with me, everyone. And I'm going to give some more thought to how to handle the 10,000 sub event. I do think that I should do something. Thanks, Drive. And a couple more likes if you guys haven't left one already. Could be someone left already and didn't leave a like or forgot or just don't like it. Okay, but that's going to do it for now. Be back later, and I'm pretty sure do you remember what I put in the streaming schedule search for later? The Euro Truck?
Offhand, let me look real quick. ProMods Europe.
ProMods Europe. Okay, so maybe I'll do another long stream in ProMods Europe. All right, everyone. We'll see you later.